What's up, guys? Today we're going to be at Dover. Now, before I start the race, I'm gonna let you know what I've been doing for the past week. I've gone down I've just done almost every race I think so far in terms of custom setups. I've been using, the same custom setups most people use. You get them off YouTube. There's a couple of people that have posted them. Now, the key is that I've found, or at least what I've been trying to do, is instead of copying the exact same setup, I'll do most of the setup, but there's one thing that all of these setups share in common, and that is, I'm going to show you real quick. When we go to the custom setup, see, I already did all this, but if you look over here under miscellaneous settings, the camber settings, I leave that alone. Most guys that do custom setups, what they've been doing is they've been maxing out the camber at 10 and minus 10 degrees, which is, in my opinion, it's an exploit. It's a glitch that 704 has yet to fix, because that's been there since the first game. And what I don't like about it is it's not realistic. There's no way you can run max camber at any track for more than 2 laps without blowing a tire. It's just not it's not realistic, and it's, what it does is it helps you the front of the car grip on the corners. So if you max that out, you're gonna get some really good speeds, because the car really runs well in the corner. It just improves the handling dramatically, but it's not realistic, and so I don't touch that. Not only because of that, but also what I've found is that a lot of these setups have made the racing a little too easy, and that's one way for me to kind of sort of dumb it down just a little bit, right? So it tightens the car up just a bit, and I won't get as fast of a lap time as I would if I maxed out the camber. Also, I'm going to show you real quick the left track bar and the right track bar. I've also dropped that maybe an inch on both left and right side, because the custom setups are a little more aggressive, and once again, that also helps the car turn. So dropping that just a little bit also helps tighten the car up just a little more. So basically what I'm doing is taking whatever these custom setups are and just kind of tightening up the whole setup. Whoa, that car just smashed into the wall. That's pretty cool in practice. Anyhow, yeah, so overall it's not going to be as good as the original setup, so I made those adjustments, and at most tracks it does scrub off some speed, and it keeps the racing somewhat competitive. There are some tracks though, like Atlanta and Vegas and Michigan, where there's just no competition, and in all honesty, those are tracks that you're gonna have to figure out for yourself which ones are too easy. And in all honesty, it's better to just use a stock setup, and it's gonna give you more of a challenge. Those races were just way too easy for me. Again, it all depends on your personal, I guess, style of driving, and your level of talent. I thought I was pretty good at this, but there's still a lot of tracks that I do still find pretty challenging. Now, some of the challenge, in all honesty, has been because, like I said, the AI doesn't spread out. So it makes it more difficult to make passes and run the line you want to run. So that still needs work, but I've seen other people racing on, in YouTube videos, and they're winning pretty easily, and a lot of them don't even have a fully maxed out car. So I'm starting to wonder if it's just me. You know, maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought I was. In either case, you know, some people are going to find it more challenging than others. So that's enough for that. I just wanted to give you guys some insight into what I've been doing. So I'm just trying to find the optimum enjoyment level at each racetrack, using a custom setup where, you know, at most tracks the stock setup's just not going to allow you to win, or, you know, be capable of winning, whereas, at least for me, and the custom setups are also take it to the other extreme where it's too easy at some tracks, but not all tracks. It's a track by track basis type of deal, so you're gonna have to figure that out for yourself. But as far as the camber, I would leave that alone, and the track bar, I would drop it maybe an inch from whatever the custom setups are set to, and start from there and see how the car feels to you, and, you know, see how competitive it is for you. It's good. You're really gonna have to put time into it to get to the point where each track you have the setup just right, where you know you're gonna get competition from the AI. So basically, the game does need work. So that's something for another day that I will talk about. But as is, there is enjoyment in the game. You just really do have to invest some time in tweaking up your setup, just so that it's not too easy. So moving on from that, the other thing that I wanted to mention is that the new patch, the two things that stand out the most to me are definitely being able to simulate races. That is really great. There are some races I hate doing, like the Roval at Charlotte. I do not like that race at all. It is not fun. So I'm glad I can just skip that. And the other thing is that they did improve the feedback on the steering wheel set, for the, you know, those of us who use steering wheels and pedals. So that is definitely a huge improvement, and it was desperately needed, so I'm glad they addressed that. Now, as far as everything else, I gotta be honest, I don't really see, or haven't seen yet, what the patch has done. They did say that the AI was improved. I do not notice anything at all. And the fact that they did not get into specifics about that pretty much tells me that they didn't really do anything to it. At least not anything that's noticeable. They should at least be more specific so you know what to look for. The AI still races in packs. They still run these rails at the bottom of the track. So I don't understand what they did with the AI. The AI still dive bombs. So I don't know what they did. So moving on from that, we're just gonna go into qualifying, and let's get this started. I hope I didn't talk too much. I'm just trying to give you guys some insight into what I'm trying to do with this game to get the most out of it, and maybe that will help some of you guys. Now, I really like Dover as far as the racetrack and everything. The thing about this track that I hate is, of course, that the AI races like it's at a restrictor plate track, and I really don't like that. So it really ruins the racing here. Other than that, I really do like this track. Yeah, so I did tighten this setup because I think it's better if I can get a setup that it keeps the car stable, because like I said, you're going to be side by side all day long at this track. You're going to be pack racing, so you don't want a setup that's too loose. So we're just going to get right into it.
All right, coming to the green.
And see how we do.
Be ready, let's go.
Now, I've only done a few races with this new patch, so
clear outside.
Maybe some of you guys can tell me anything that you've spotted that's
Got one outside
new
now.
with the patch that I haven't seen. Now the way I have the setup, it's snug,
Car there's on the outside.
and I really love that the feel that the steering wheel gives me now. They did address that, and it's night and day better.
Still there.
So I really do appreciate that.
All clear.
And I feel like I got the car under me now, because I got a lot more feedback in the wheel.
Still there.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot more
Stay on the
control,
bottom here for me. Careful now. Still there.
and that's important when you're side by side here, because these cars, they like to get into you.
Careful now. Still there.
Now, I don't remember who it was that I got this setup from on YouTube, but the gearing, it does tend to rev up pretty high at the end of the backstretch and the front stretch,
Careful now. Still there. All right, now you're clear.
but it doesn't seem to hit the rev limiter. So as long as it doesn't do that, I don't think there's a problem.
Clear all around.
I don't know what it is, but it does seem like the AI is not as bad as it was before in terms of
Still there.
that pack stuff. I don't know, maybe they did do something. Am I imagining things, or I don't know.
Still there.
Whoa! And of course the dive bomb at the bottom that you always got to watch out for. And that's another thing, this AI, the awareness, I don't know, man, they'll plow right over you if you're in their way. They just don't check up. And you leave an inch at the bottom, they're still going for it.
Still there.
So far, this is not bad. I gotta be honest.
Careful. Still there.
I don't think this is my imagination, but I do remember them being a little more bunched up before. You guys tell me what you think.
You're clear.
But
That was a great
it does seem better. I mean, you look in front of me, they're not too wide. Like, there's a couple of people too wide, but I don't know. So far, I like what I see. I mean, they still kind of stay like one behind the other, that without breaking apart. It's really hard to detect what they did in the patch, because all they said was improved AI. I know they mentioned something about the pitting strategy,
Laps to go. 20.
but it also said improved AI, and you don't really know what that means. Yeah, but I did get the setup to where it's really snug, and I like that.
Wow, that's fast.
And I just ran a pretty decent lap, I guess. Now, like I said before, if you use the setup exactly the way these guys are using it, and you max out the camber, you will run faster laps. But the car's gonna be looser, and it's just ridiculous to me. You cannot run full camber on any car. It's just, that's impossible. You would blow the tires out in like 2 or 3 laps, because you're basically riding on the rim. So I don't use that. If I feel like it's an exploit or a glitch, and the fact that this has been around since the first game and 704 has not addressed it is a problem. Alright, this is not bad, I gotta be honest. I'm used to really having cars side by side with me the entire way. And at least, I'm kind of, even though we're still kind of closely packed together, it's not as bad as before. I don't know, is it just me? Am I imagining things? Yeah, see, it does seem better, but they're still like chained up together, like almost like a train.
Clear, bottom lane.
And you gotta, oh no, see, he's sticking his nose in there, and I'm 3 wide, and I don't like that. I had to kind of back out, because you get caught in between in the 3 wide in the corner, you're gonna get ping ponged, and that's where a wreck happens. So I had to back out, because they, like I said before, they don't check up. They won't check up. It's like you're not even there.
Now you're clear.
Yeah, you can see they're still packed up though. They should have broken up by now, and now it's like they're holding me up because I don't have anywhere to stick the car unless I dive bomb the way they do, and I don't like doing that.
Still there. Stay low.
I had to do it there, but oh man, see, got into me on the side. And if I had a looser setup, I might have wrecked.
Inside. Now you're clear.
So you can stick with the crazy setup and run a faster lap here and there, but you won't have a stable car. I'd rather have a comfortable, stable car where I can kind of, if the car gets into me, I still feel like I got control of it.
Last 10 laps. Got a purpose here.
See, I gotta kind of drive the way they do.
Got
Whoa!
one down low now. Got one down low.
And, yep, I knew that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. See, I did what they do, and I drove under, I think, Blaney, and then Bowman drove under me. Even though we were already too wide. These cars, they should be programmed that if you're already too wide, that they check up. And look at this rail. Now they're all bunched up. You could see that it looks like a train. Look at this. And they hug the bottom. They really got to work on all this stuff for next year. And I have a lot to say about it when I talk about, what they need to do for next year. Yeah, the car's getting a little tight on me now, and these guys are going to start running a train at the bottom. Yeah, I'm going to get freight trained. And look at that. They are just attached on a rail. And I kind of, you get forced to just hang out. Because there's nowhere to go. And if you can't really pass on the outside in this game, it's very rare. Okay, I forgot about you can't make it on one fuel run. So they're gonna start pitting. No, I'm just gonna stay on the outside because these guys they're trying to freight train.
Hold your line. You got one
All right.
inside. Hold your line.
So I'll just stay on the outside because they're gonna start pitting.
Bottom lane's clear.
I hope there's no caution. I'd like to do this under a green flag.
Five to go. You got this.
Actually, I think I can make it to the end. This is what I don't like.
In front of you. Keep slowing down. You're going to be pitting this time.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna pit after this lap because I got 4 laps of fuel. I can make it. To be honest, it'll be close, but that's cheating. Well, I don't want to say that's cheating. That's a weakness on the part of the way this is set up. So I'm gonna pit.
Pitting this time.
This is really my
We need you to slow down, please.
all right. Guess not wrecking was a good stop for me. I could have been more aggressive, but so what can I do? Maybe I could, I don't know if I like doing this, but I'm gonna go down half a round on wedge. I think I could use that, but it's just tough to pass here because how do you pass? You gotta force the car underneath another car and shoehorn it in there, and when they're all attached like that, it's just crazy. Now, wouldn't it be cool if you could design those fire suits? Maybe have sponsors on them.
Hard on the outside. Outside.
Yeah, I got out a little too early, but screw these guys.
Hold your line. You got one inside.
No, don't do it. Yeah, they are not shy about using that bumper, man.
Careful. Still there. Inside. Inside.
No! God damn it.
Careful now. Still there.
Yeah, see, if you leave the bottom open, man, you got no shot.
One more to go. Hold your line.
Can I pass on the outside? Let's see.
Still there.
I'll definitely have a run here, but no!
Still there.
Come on. Can I get a run? Can I get a run? Yes!
Stay high, stay high. Careful now, still there.
Oh,
no
man.
Plenty of races left.
Yeah, there's a slight glitch on my motion simulator. So if you guys hear that loud rumbling, yeah, there's an issue where when I let off the gas, it doesn't happen all the time, but there's some kind of glitch where the entire chair starts vibrating. If you're wondering what that loud rumbly sound is.
Be ready.
Alright.
Outside, outside.
And of course we still get insane restarts. Alright, so
Careful, still there.
I did drop the wedge a half around, so let's see.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here.
Whoa.
Big tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
I think we're 3 wide.
Still
Yep.
there.
Oh. Man, it's tough. Gotta let off and then back on.
Outside. Car outside. Clear high. Clear high. Hard on the outside. Outside. Draw clear up.
Alright, we got a good run. This is not bad. We got some track position, and hopefully we can move up a little more before these guys link up and play freight train again. Maybe on the outside. That's one thing about this game. These guys run that bottom so fast, and they don't scrub off any speed, and that makes it very hard to pass on the outside.
Alright, clear outside.
Yeah, see, they just will not leave that bottom. Once in a while you'll see a car maybe drift up, but that they really need to spend time on this and make sure these cars run different lines and miss a mark once in a while, leave you an opening. So far I gotta say though, overall it's not the nightmare that Dover usually is.
Careful now, still there.
Okay, I wore him out there, but no contact.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear high. Clear high.
All right, we're making a good time now. I just gotta bide my time. I'm in the top 5, so whoa, I had to let off there. So yeah, we're definitely gonna make a green flag pit stop unless there's a caution later on.
We got 24.
Alright, I gotta let off a little sooner. Yeah, the car's all of a sudden getting a little tight on in the middle of the corner. This is so far one of the more enjoyable Dover runs that I've had. Yeah, there are issues, and I've talked about it, but you know, I'm used to having cars bang into me, you know, side by side the entire way. So I don't know if they actually made a change as part of the patch, but they're not as, you know, they're still clumped up in spots like this, but it does seem not as bad as before. Maybe you guys could tell me if I'm just imagining things. Yeah, see, these 3, they'll stay like that the rest of the until they pit. That's the problem. That's the stuff that I don't want to see. And you notice they don't seem to dive bomb each other. They only dive bomb you. So it's like the sense of awareness is what the problem is. Like, they don't even know you're there, but they seem to be aware of each other. Because how else can you stay like that? Just lap after lap. And you see, they don't... Normally, let's say you were where Jimmy Johnson is right now. Al Mirola would have dive bombed by now. Like right there, he would have shoved his nose in there and just moved you out of the way. And they don't seem to do that to each other. They just like play nice and just like stay attached. And they'll run that way lap after lap after lap.
Back her down here.
Oh shit. Oh, a lot of guys are pitting. Oh man, I got good track position. You know what? I'm gonna pit. There's too many people pitting.
Be smooth out here. Have a good day.
I don't know if I could have made it.
Green flag. Green. Hard on the outside. Outside. Last 10 laps. You gotta focus here. Still there. Outside.
You see how they are now, side by side? Like it's like they're at Talladega. I'm used to seeing this
Careful. Still there.
15, 20 laps into a run. And I didn't see that earlier. Now maybe now that I'm further back, I don't know if that's what the difference was, but let's see what happens.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Careful now. Still there.
Yeah, it does seem improved.
Still there. Inside.
Whoa.
Inside.
Man, why is this car so tight all of a sudden? But yeah, you could see the cars in front of me. At least they're not all side by side. You know, the freight train running the bottom, that's still an issue, but at least at this track, I do see a difference. Whoa. This isn't too bad. I'm used to getting wrecked by this point at this track. So I don't know. I'm curious to know from you guys, is this part of the patch? Because I don't remember Dover being like this. So it is a slight improvement from what I've experienced in the past. Now, you still gotta force your car in the bottom if you want to move forward.
Still there. 5 to go. You got this. That car ahead of you is pitting.
Oh, these guys are pitting. I guess they didn't have enough fuel. Man. Oh, he wants to pit. That's why instead of backing up and getting behind me so he could pit, he stayed on the outside and then cut my nose off to get into the pits. Once again, sense of awareness.
Pitting car is just ahead. That's the top 10 in that stage, driver.
What the fuck happened? Alright, well, that's another thing that I still see a lot of these cautions, especially at the end of the race. So everybody's pitting. Yeah, I'm gonna pit. Alright, it's not too bad. I thought I'd fall way back. For the most part, everybody went for tires. Maybe that's what they improved. They said they were gonna improve the pit strategy somewhat, I guess, and maybe like the entire field pitted there for tires. So that's actually a good thing, and I've noticed they don't always do that. And in real life, these guys normally go for tires whenever they can. They don't just stay out all the time. It's rare where they try some strategy on old tires. So I like seeing that. And look, they're not as side by side, well, a little bit, but we just started. But oh man, yeah, you cannot leave the bottom open. And now he's got the bottom, and then someone else right behind them.
Inside.
They're just like freight train. Alright, maybe I can move.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Usually get a good run here on the outside. And you could see, yeah, that's not too bad.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this
Sorry, Hamlin. I had to be a little aggressive there, otherwise I'm going to keep getting run over.
Careful now. Still there.
Yeah, I can't go to the bottom. He's there.
Stay high,
You got to
stay
pick
high.
your spots,
Still
man.
Still there.
So I think I could. Oh man, the car's a bit tight, but
Careful.
I get a good run off the outside, as you can see right there. I like this. I just can't let the car get too far outside. Yeah.
Still there.
As long as that car underneath me doesn't like scrub up towards me and get into me, I'll be okay. That's happened before, so I'm weary of having that car underneath. Yeah, we're moving up on the outside. This is nice.
Careful now. Still there.
Yep, I just got hit. That's what I'm scared of when I got a car underneath. But I got a good run. I was able to stay on the gas.
Still there.
And look, man, we're moving up on the outside.
Still there.
Like this. Yeah. See, right here on exit, man, that's where we get a run.
Hold your line. Stay up high. Stay high.
And the key is not letting the car get too high up the track.
You're clear.
All right, we're clear. Good run. And I could run the bottom. Whoa. That was a good run. Well, we got this car cooking now. I like running the outside. I want to see more of that in this game. And usually these guys, they're hard to pass on the outside because they don't lose any speed on the bottom like they should. But I don't know what happened there. It's working now. Alright, we got 30 laps to go, 15 laps of fuel. Alright, where everybody's on the same fuel run, so we'll just run it down as far as it'll go, pit. And man, I'd love to see this finish under a green. I don't want to see another caution. I want to see how much time I can make up on the leaders. This is what I like. Just lap after lap after lap, methodically trying to make up some time. This is when the spotter should be telling you, you know, how you're doing, you know, comparing your lap times to the leader. That's what we need to hear more from the spotter. There's nobody near me. Yeah, look at them. Look at that freight train back there. They are perfectly latched onto each other. Look at that. Yeah, they got to break that up. I'm just glad I got past them on the outside. I was surprised. I just had to get up on the wheel a little bit, I guess. Stepped up to the plate, did what I had to do. Now the feedback on the wheel is so much better. I can't tell you how happy I am with that, because that was one of the worst things about the game, the way it was released. That really the force feedback was atrocious, and you really can feel everything now, and you definitely got to grip the wheel more now. Like before, it just felt real floaty with no tension. Now the car has tension on it, like you can feel the tires. Alright, so I'm definitely losing time to the leader, right? I lost about a second in the past 5-6 laps. So I'm not as fast as the leader. I like so far this race, you know, even using a custom setup, even though I dumbed it down a bit, it's very challenging, like as far as the top 5 goes. So I'm not just catching the leaders and passing them. So it's really a track by track type of deal. Some tracks are just easier than others. This one seems to be very competitive, and I like that. Then again, like I said, I've seen other guys doing races. I'll see like What If Racing and a couple of other guys, and they play on a hand controller, and it just looks easy for them. So, like I said, maybe I'm not that good at this. which is fine. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as I feel a challenge, that's important to me. But I do want everyone to experience, you know, what it's like to have a good, hard challenge. Now, I'm making up time on the leader, so I don't know what happened.
We got 24, 20.
Am I just that much better at the end of a run? Yeah, I'm really tight now, but he's really slowing down. All right. Yeah, it's getting real tight. So I gotta pit within the next 5 laps. I'm gonna wait as long as possible because this game still has a habit of throwing cautions, and I don't want to get caught. You know, in the pitch or pitting while there's a caution. I don't want to lose this track position. But so far this race has been pretty fun. I didn't, you know, it's not as horrible as it's been. This is usually a nightmare track because of the AI, but I don't know. Did these guys do something? Yeah, look, I'm catching the leaders. I don't know if it's just that. Then again, look, they're attached to each other. So I guess if the leader slows down, oh man, if the leader slows down, they all slow down. Oh, that was me. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. And okay, well, everyone pits. Damn it, I wanted it to be caution free.
Drive safe and be smart. Keep your head on straight. Be ready?
And I gotta make sure I...
Hot driver. Dig. Go. Pedal to the metal. Hold your line.
Come on, get out of there. Yep, and he wasn't gonna let go. I had to back out.
Inside now. Steady here. Inside now.
Man, he was gonna take it 3-4 wide if he had to. Now I'm gonna be stuck for a few laps. I don't have time.
Bottom lane's clear. You're gonna see it.
Why did I lose so many fucking spots, man? That was bullshit. Whoa! That was close. Yeah, I'm being a little aggressive, man, because we don't have a lot of laps.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Can I do this on the outside again?
Still there. Still there.
And we're not bad on the outside, which I like, because the bottom of this at this track is pretty bad with the way the AI dominates the bottom. So it'd be good if I could keep this going. But see, now Jimmy's on the outside and he's gonna be in my way. He's gonna make it hard for me.
Clear all around.
Alright, I got no choice. I don't got time to mess around, guys. No! Oh man, I really squeezed Jimmy up high.
Clear low. Hot. Clear outside.
Yeah, look, they're 3 wide back there. I gotta get away from those guys. Alright. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be too little too late, man. I had a good spot, man. Why? They must have took 2 tires or something.
Still there.
That must have been what happened, because I don't know how I lost so many spots. I was in the top 5. Yeah, I'll be in the top 5 before you know it, but See, now I want the top. And now
Good wheel here. Don't move.
you stay down
Still
there. Whoa.
Stay up high here. Stay up high. Still there. Got one down low now. Got one down low. He's inside.
I should clear him here. I'm really good off exit. And I did.
All right, now clear low.
Damn it, only 5 laps, man. I needed more laps. Well, overall, I gotta say, it was a good race, man. I really would have liked to see what happened if that caution hadn't come out. They really put me in a bad spot. Overall, though, it's a good run. And it was a
Keep it up. That was your best
pleasant
lap ever.
race for me. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, there are still some issues, but considering it's Dover, this was really good. Yeah, these guys are gonna stay attached. So I don't know. And see, Harvick, he's running a higher.
Oh! Stay low. Still there.
Yeah, he's not attached to them. He's running actually a higher line.
A couple more turns.
It's making it hard for me to continue moving forward up top. All right, I cleared Harvick finally. Well, that's it. Maybe a top 5. It's gonna have to happen in the last lap.
White flag. Bring it home.
Wow, I got too far outside. Alright, see if I can make it happen. No. Yeah, it's too far. Harvick's gonna try to take it back, and he did. God damn it. Well, wow, that was good, man. That was a lot of fun. Let's see a quick short replay. I started 22nd. Yeah, I wish, you know, if... God damn it. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out that I could actually make passes on the top at this track. Maybe if I had found that out sooner, who knows? I could have had a chance. But I was making my way to the front there on the outside. So that was pretty cool. I like that. You don't see that in this game, where you can actually have that kind of momentum off the top, which is the way it should be. But look at him run that rail at the bottom, man. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought. Talk to me about the patch. Am I missing something? This race in particular did seem a bit different in a good way. Yeah, it still has a lot of issues, but it doesn't, you know, I'm used to this, like it being like Talladega the whole way, which I can honestly say it didn't feel that way this time. So anyhow, that's it for now. I'll see you guys around.